We got some crazy story times for you guys today. We're gonna be doing each other's makeup while telling you guys some stories.
Who's doing who's first?
Who's doing who first?
Also, apologies. I have a cough. I don't know if you have a cough or if you're just coughing right now.
I'm not using that fucking mascara. Okay.
I'm not using that fucking mascara. Show it to the camera so everybody else knows not to use it too.
Oh my god. Okay, this is my personal opinion, but I hate this. I mean, I think it's just because it's waterproof. I don't like waterproof because it's just harder to clean off.
Alright, I'm ready.
I have no idea how to do makeup. What do I start with? Tell me.
It really just kind of like depends on the person. Personally, if I'm doing like a more bold or harder eye look to achieve, I'll do that first. So if there's any fallout, I can just cover and make everything else perfect around it. Because I feel like if I do that first and then I do my eye makeup, there's fallout, then I have to redo my foundation, my concealer, all of that. So if you're doing a funky eye, eyes are first if you're doing a lot of eyeshadow looks. Grab. Arr, 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 arr. Oh. I hit my ankle on the leg of the chair.
A bigger hit than Jake Paul or Mike Tyson ever did.
Oh my god. Facts.
Okay, you close your eyes. Oh my god, this is gonna be terrible. I feel like an archaeologist. On Halloween, I had school, but I didn't want to like go in my like actual Halloween costume, the clown from Terrifier one, and so I just did like a simple Slytherin look, Slytherin student look. So with my Slytherin look, I wore these like leggings, tights. They're supposed to look like tights, but they're fleece lined.
From the TikTok shop.
Yeah, they're more like, I mean, it was from Amazon.
Oh.
But I mean, yes, it has been going
like
around.
those
Yes.
on the TikTok shop.
So yeah, they're supposed to look like tights, but they're fleece lined. And I got on the bus. This woman got on the bus later. I heard her like muttering something about my tights and like that I must be cold. I didn't really hear what she said, so I took my headphones off to like ask her what. I was like, huh? And she's just like, if I was wearing those, I'd be like so cold. And I'm like, okay, LOL, laughing it off. I thought it was funny. People have like, you know, when I wear those, they're like, oh, you must be so cold. And I'm like, no, I'm not, haha, and we laugh it off. So I laughed it off and I just listened to my music, and then it looks good.
Looks good?
It looks good. It's not like, you know, professional, but I cannot do this and talk at the same time.
You just continue listening to your music.
I just don't know what I'm doing next.
Use this for my eyebrows because they're darker like my hair.
Oh my god, I don't know how to do eyebrows.
Oh, I just kind of like fill it in a little bit. It's your job! My bangs will be covering them mostly.
Thank God. So, I was listening to my music, and like throughout the ride, I kept hearing them, like, well, them. I didn't even say them. So her and her boyfriend got on, like, I was sitting in the back of the bus, and they got on the other side of the back of the bus. I heard them arguing for like the rest of the ride, and I'm like, what is going on? Well, it's just hard because I don't like eyebrow looks, so it's like, that all looks bad to me. I don't know, they look like eyebrows to me. I paused my music. I like tried to listen in.
Eavesdropper.
Yes. She was like saying that she wanted to fight me, and I'm like, what? I looked over, and she's all like pointing like this at me, like across her boyfriend. I'm like, she's right there. I'm gonna fight her. And like her boyfriend was like trying to stop her, but like, I mean, eventually she kept saying it, and he's all like, okay, then just fight her then. But she didn't do anything. I was like, try me, bitch, try me.
I take self-defense classes. This is my moment. All because you were wearing tights.
Yeah, I was sitting on the bus, like messaging her and Ashley about what was going on. And like, it was a little scary because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what this girl's on.
Nobody's wanted to fight me like this before.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Thankfully, I got off the bus without any like confrontation or anything from her. So it was just interesting because I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm just like, I mean, I guess I could have like told her, no, haha, they're fleece lined. But then what if that made her more angry, you know?
Yeah. Like, maybe she's mad I am warm.
Like, I don't know. Like, she was on something, I swear.
This is primer, by the way.
Oh, no idea what that means.
So primer is like a layer you can put on your face to like cover up pores or anything, so when you put your foundation on, it looks more smooth and even.
So a second story time then. So this happened like just a few days ago. 2 days ago. I got on the bus. It was another bus. And
wheels on the bus go.
Shut up. So I got on the bus, and this other lady got on the bus. I saw her, you know, at the stop because we were both at the same stop. and she was playing music on the speaker. And I mean, I just assumed she would like turn it off before getting on the bus because like that's the rules. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Now what do I do?
After this, I let it sit for a couple seconds, and then I do foundation and then concealer if I feel the need. If I feel like the bags under my eyes are dark.
Back to the story. Okay.
Back to the
So
story.
I get on the bus. I just sit down like normal. I was like moments later, like just a few seconds later, I noticed this woman like arguing with someone in the back, and I turn around and it's the same woman with the speaker, and I'm just like, what is going on? So I at first tried to pause my music, but it didn't pause. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just ignore it, move on with my life. It doesn't involve me, whatever. But then it just kept happening, and like I heard other people yelling at this woman. So I'm like, okay, I really need to turn off my music because what is going on?
Yeah.
Like even the bus driver was getting up. We stopped, and the bus driver got up, and this is kind of where I started tuning in. Really, he was just saying that he was gonna call someone to take her off the bus. She's all like, "Okay, do it," you know.
Do it.
Calling
You won't.
She was calling everyone a bitch.
Really?
Yeah. It was like,
I just guessed.
I was like, okay, chill. Like, first of all, the bus driver's a dude. I don't know. It's just weird. He gets on the phone and he starts describing this girl. This girl is black, and you know, so what she looks like, that's how he described her.
Yeah.
And she got offended.
Well, you can't get offended that your skin tone color is that when someone's describing you to probably the police or something.
Yeah, she's all, and then she like gave him like a description, like, oh, she's a black girl with wearing black pants and black shirt, and like she kept the emphasis on black because she was like offended.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really know much of what was going on at this point, so I'm all like, shit, is the bus driver really racist? Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck? I was just listening to my music.
She like started turning up her music and like singing along to it, and it was not a very, you know, family friendly song.
How
And like,
old was she, do you think?
I don't know, she's younger than me. Younger than
Sounds
me.
right. Sounds like a teenager or something.
Yeah. This one dude was like yelling at her to turn down her music, and then she's like, no one invited you to the conversation, cracker. And it kind of made me laugh.
But she's making
Yeah, I know.
the bus driver for being racist. She just calls a white guy cracker. What the fuck?
At first I was like, but then I'm like, so I just turned around and I like made eye contact with her. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, calm the fuck down, bro.
Our teen selves are laughing a little bit at it. But our adult selves are like, yeah, you're failing at life, aren't you?
Yeah. Help. Now what?
Concealer if you want, which is usually like under eyes or like, so basically the T. That's what people usually will like highlight. I usually do some under here if I feel like it's really dark.
I mean, I'll do it just to
But like
try,
a
you know?
dot or two at a time if you don't want to go too dark, too
I'll
light.
just do this. We just sat there for a while, just like waiting for people to get there. And I was like really starting to worry about like making my next bus. I messaged my mom. I was telling her about this. And I'm like, hey, just letting you know that this might happen. But then like a few minutes later, she got up and just walked to the front of the bus. And like when she passed me, I looked at her. I profiled her because, you know, that's my job.
It's your job.
She was carrying like an open can of the alcoholic monsters, the Beast. And like, I know those very well. I love those drinks.
Yeah, I love those.
They are personally my favorite. And so I like instantly knew. I'm like, oh, she's drinking alcohol. And like, I even saw her like drinking it. It was definitely open. No.
Lipstick if you want, blush,
Okay.
mascara, lashes,
Let's do this.
eyeliner, anything like that.
So she walks up to the bus driver, and oh my goodness, I feel so bad for this guy. Like, he was clearly like anxious. I saw him like kind of like twitching his foot, and I really wanted to go up there and be like, hey kid, like, space, leave him alone. Like he's like not in a good space right now. So she went up to him, and then she just kind of like smiled at him and was like, bye bitch, did a peace sign, and then got off the bus. So like, she voluntarily got off the bus, thank goodness, or else I wouldn't have made it to my next bus, which I did. And then I got off, and I still didn't know the full story. I looked for that woman who was arguing with her at first, and I just stopped her, and I'm like, excuse me, sorry to disturb you. I was like, we're already late, sorry. I was just like, I just want to know like what happened on that bus, like what started it all. And she's like, oh, she just wouldn't turn down her music, and the bus driver asked her to turn off her music, and she wouldn't. And apparently she really did like saying to people, you weren't invited to the conversation. I kind of do this.
That's soft.
And then, I just thanked her because I was just curious because, like, I have to update people on this story.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on. I definitely think that she was drunk. I mean, she was drinking in public, which is illegal.
Do you want me to do my mascara?
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
And I kind of wish that I knew what was going on at the first hand because then I would have gotten involved. I was late to the party, so I didn't really want to say things if I didn't know the full story.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if the bus driver was racist? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing is, when she got offended, and I was starting to think, oh, maybe the bus driver is racist, I looked at all the other black people on the bus just to kind of get a sense of things, and they were all just laughing at her. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is kind of just, like, her thing.
That's wild.
Taking the city bus just opens the door for some
Wasn't there a
interesting
time a
things.
guy was talking to you and you told him your name was Elizabeth?
Oh, yeah. I was headed over here. And yeah, a guy just stopped to talk to me. And he asked what school I go to. And I'm all like, Slick, because there's so many campuses.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just didn't tell him which campus. And yeah, I told him my name was Elizabeth. I've always liked that name. So it came up.
It's her secret agent name.
It's my
now.
alias.
Yes.
I don't know what my last name would be, but my first name is definitely Elizabeth. The thing is that I would pick a last name of like one of my celebrity crushes, like Elizabeth Felton.
I like the eyeshadow. It's really sparkly and pretty, but also like subtle.
This is like harder to do on someone else than myself. I always have like makeup wipes on deck when I do lips. Don't laugh. Stop smiling.
I'm sorry, you're funny.
You might have to do your own lipstick. I suck. I'm worse on myself. I don't know if I'd be good on anybody else. It's good? You good? You're done?
Kind of like Monica. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Masterpiece. My brain just automatically doesn't like to do any other era of makeup. It's just like 90s.
I might have to switch you spots because I'm right-handed too.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Hit that and close your eyes. I like to put a little dot on.
Oh
It's
my
like
goodness.
a
I'm shaking
primer
so
base.
much. I'm so nervous.
Why? I've done your makeup before.
I just don't like...
Well, you
It's
know I'm
just
not gonna do anything crazy.
I know. I
So?
just meant like... Just someone like, I don't know when they're touching my face, at what second, when I need to open my eyes, it gives me too much anxiety.
I'll start with my I almost got jump story time. This was forever ago. I was in junior high school. It was also kind of a bus story too. That's funny. It was like 8th grade maybe 9th grade. There was this new girl who rode our bus and she was a juggalo and
Oh my god, I hate her.
my
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But like,
I have no idea who she is. That's the only time I saw her was on her damn bus.
no, I know who you're talking about.
Really?
She was like friends with Destiny and me.
Yeah.
She randomly, just one day we got off the bus and she's all like, by the way, I don't like you.
You're like,
I literally gave her no reason to hate me. And then she made Destiny choose between me or her. And, Destiny chose her.
of course.
Okay.
Well, I was intrigued because my brother's a juggalo and like I listened to a little bit of ICP. Like I probably knew a bit, probably could talk to her about it. I didn't try to be friends with her or anything. I just
Good thing you didn't.
I think I stated maybe to Destiny because I was kind of friends with Destiny at one point too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're name dropping. Fuck you, Destiny.
I know, I did. I just realized that as I was like, every time I said Destiny, I'm like, fuck, I'm saying names right
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't remember really anybody else's name. Like, I literally just stated to Destiny that I was like, oh. I didn't tell her I was a juggalo. I told her that I knew, like, my brother was, and I was kind of into it and intrigued by it because my brother was just a role model for me, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. And Destiny went ahead and told her, I guess, and everybody started calling me a poser because I said I was a juggalo when I'm really not, because I didn't dress like a juggalo or act like one or listen to the music or whatever they decided to start. That's what happened. I was a poser. I never talked to this juggalo girl, not once. It was just Destiny who was, I don't think we were ever like super close, but like enough. We talked on the bus, like enough that I like we went to the same school, we rode the same bus home.
I went to elementary with her, so I have a little bit more of a history, but
yeah. And then she was always like, after that, she was like, you're a poser. And I don't know if it was the Juggalo's girl idea or whatever. But Destiny, that short, fatter chick, whatever her fucking name is, and there's one more person, I don't remember. But Destiny was like, well, we're gonna jump you for being a poser, blah, 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 things like that. So literally, I got off the bus to go home. It was like 2 blocks down. 4 houses up the street. They just started following me home. I'm just walking home, and I was like, I ain't gonna do shit. I was nervous, and then the corner house before I turned was the neighborhood watch, Sister Gardner.
Oh.
And she was out doing something with her lawn, ironically, that her name is Sister Gardner, but I just stopped and started talking to her and had a full-on conversation, and they paused in the houses in front of the house next to me, and I just like kept looking at them and then talking to Sister Gardner, just doing my thing, and they
Sister Gardner for the unexpected win there.
Yeah, she had no idea what was going on. No. I just started to talk to her. I was like, I'm gonna make them fucking wait.
She accidentally saved you.
Yeah. And then I continued home, and they followed me a little more of the way, but they didn't jump me.
They didn't do anything.
But they said they were gonna jump me for like a week straight. That was just the one day they followed me home. I was like, go for it. Pussies. Every person who's wanted to fight me has not. I mean, I'm a tiny 5'1" little girl. It's probably smaller in fucking junior high. Like, what am I gonna do? But now I would fuck you up.
I think about her all the time, though. I always think about, like, meeting her. I don't know her name. Wouldn't even recognize her. But, like, I think about, like, meeting her and just to be like, why the fuck did you not like me?
For
like,
real?
What did I do? Like, I didn't do anything. I hardly talked to her. I remember I told her once that she reminded me of my sister. And I don't know, I think she, like, took that to be offensive. I'm like, but you don't know my sister. That could have been a compliment. It wasn't, like, a diss or a compliment. It was just, you kind of remind me of my sister. That's it.
Second story time was more recent, and it's a really short one, and it's kind of cute, but it's kind of funny. I was doing a shopping trip at Walmart, as I do, me and Lucy. I was going down the water aisle, and there was this old lady, and she was
I feel like I should be acting this out. I'm like, it's like just like natural for me.
Yeah. You want to like rub it in, just make sure it's all even for your standards as well. She was like, she looked at me and she's like, can you help me reach this thing that's on the top shelf? And I was like, I mean, I'll try. She was like, you're shorter than I am. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why you think I'm going to be able to help you, but I was able to stand on my box and reach it up, and it was only like a 6-pack, and I put it in her cart for her, but it was funny. She was like, help me with this, but you're shorter than I am. I'm like, thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, when I went to school, my neighbors were juggalos. They were always so nice to us.
Yeah, most of them are pretty chill people.
I mean, like, there were some times where they get in their car late at night, and, like, they'd wear masks, and, like, they just kind of, like, I was, like, just sitting outside. I like to sit outside. And, like, they just, like, drove by. And they would, like, try to, like, scare me. And I was just like, bitch, I know you guys. Like,
you're my neighbor.
Chill the fuck out. Like, it was just kind of funny. But yeah, like, we were the only people on that street that, like, actually got along with them. And we were the Mormons, okay?
We were the Mormons.
But, like, everyone else talked crap on them, kept calling the police on them. There was a couple times where, cops should have been called. Yes, they did get into trouble. Really, for the most part, they were good people. Like, and we got along with them. I went over, like, they had like 2 young boys that, like, I guess I hung out with a couple times. But, like, the older that they got, the more they kind of just got annoying. Yeah, it's like they were just taking, like, the whole juggalo thing way too seriously, and it was like, bro, you need to calm down. And they had ferrets. I like the ferrets.
Oh my gosh, when Jeremy and I went to PetSmart the other day, there was a couple ferrets there, and someone was holding it, and I'm like, ah! And they were like tiny ones. I'm like, they're so cute. They're so stinky though. I would never want one.
I basically was friends with them because they had ferrets.
I'm gonna go see the ferrets today.
I kept asking my mom, I'm like, I don't know where to get a ferret. She's like, absolutely not.
They are very smelly.
Yes, but they're so cute. Boop. Boop. This is my personal hell.
This is my personal hell.
Seriously, I'll go to hell.
Someone's just gonna be touching near your eye the entire time. You're like, no! Don't do it! You can't move away. I have short arms. Art the Clown.
I know. I'm like, hey. The bus driver that, like, got into the argument with the girl with the speaker, music, a few weeks ago, I got on the bus. I think at the front of the bus where I scanned my card, it didn't work, but there's one at the back. But, like, every time that one didn't work, the bus driver didn't really care. They're like, just sit down. So that's what I expected. And so, but, like, I have my headphones on. I can't hear anything. So I just kind of sat down. And then he, like, got out of his seat and, like, yelled at me to scan in the back. And, like, I still wasn't following him. I was like, what? I just heard him go to the back, and I was like, why? go to the back of the bus. Like, what is going on?
Rosa Parks.
I walked back there, still confused. Everyone saw that I was confused. And so this lady was like, scan your card. I'm like, oh, duh. And then I just went back to sit back down.
You're just like, my bad.
The thing is, like, I just thought it was really funny. Like, this is something that I would usually, like, be very, very embarrassed about. Like, I'm never taking the bus again.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's funny, whatever.
Yeah, it's like life goes on, I guess.
Yeah. And, like, I still see that bus driver, like, every day.
It's crazy how much anxiety we had as kids, but it's really just because we didn't really understand the world or have experience in the world.
Well, I mean, it's my social anxiety.
Well, yeah, that too. But in general,
I
like, that's a huge
definitely,
thing.
I don't know, the bus has definitely taught me a lot.
For real though. You have gold on your eye, so I'm trying to like something more like skin tone, I guess. Do the gloss.
I think I'll take my risk and leave.
We are complete.
But this was fun. It was very girly for us.
Yeah. You look very pretty.
I know.
I know.
I want front bangs. Everyone tells me not to do it. I don't want it.
The things then.
Things I have to go to someone professional because I just cannot do that myself.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please just give this video a big thumbs up. And subscribe. Subscribe to our individual channels. Real Weird Journey.
Epic fashion.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Remember to follow your dreams.
Bye!